As always, I want to open up by saying, don't send hate the way of anybody I cover. I'm not telling you not to engage with them, but if you're being a jerk, you're not doing me any favors. This is for us to point and laugh at. Let's get into it. What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering with a bit of a rebuttal. Now, I put out a video yesterday talking about how an editor at VG247, a video games website, was talking about how he supported throwing things at people whom he disagreed with their opinions. Now, that might be a milkshake, that might be a brick, who knows? He happened to be referring to milkshakes, but I think we all know where this ends up. In fact, video footage exists of it escalating beyond that. But of course, when you're on the internet, you can be super tough and you can say a lot of super woke things about people, and that's your right. Now, what he has said is an interesting statement to point out, which is why I made the video in the first place, but he apparently has completely melted down after being called out by it. He went on a tweet storm, and I'm going to cover that because that is correct. He has flagged my video. Now, throughout the day today, you're going to hear some really spicy topics, both about Kirk, VG247, and a Eurogamer employee who also supported striking my channel down. The main takeaway is you are now seeing me wear a t-shirt for the first time in 10 years, and you're going to get to hear me say the word flag the funny way I do a bunch. Now, it sure would be a shame if everybody watching this video remembered to like it, leave comments, and share it everywhere, because to be honest with you, the first video yesterday on this gentleman didn't even get that much traction. It didn't even get 100,000 views. So I don't know what he's so mad about. I thought since he said these things publicly, he would want them in the public space. You know, when I put out a video, I don't then have a meltdown when somebody else retweets it. In fact, I'm here asking you to share this video and to like this video because I think Kirk's message here needs to go far and wide. I think he was probably mad that we didn't share it enough. And I'm going to show you not only him openly admitting to flagging my video, but then the follow through that he did, in fact, do so. I do find it extremely curious, and I may mention this several times today, that people that make content for a living, all right, as I've said many times before, when corporations claim or flag videos, it's pathetic. When other content creators do it, it's particularly egregious. It's the lowest of the low, in my opinion. Amongst content creators, I think many of these creators would agree with me. We can disagree using public discourse, even though this gentleman has said publicly he'd prefer to throw things at people he disagrees with. But this is hashtag insert we live in a society meme situation. I mean, I have the greatest of interest to talk to this gentleman on a live stream. It would be a great conversation to have because I am very interested in, one, why he thinks resorting to that type of behavior would do anything but shine a giant spotlight on the people he disagrees with. As we've seen time and time again, a lot of these censorious folks have no idea or refuse to believe in the absolute power of the Streisand effect, as many people who have already shared this video will attest to. It's bizarre that somebody that needs content and needs ads to make a living would do this to another content creator. It's, in my opinion, pathetic. It's exactly what everyone, it's the meme of these, blue check marks on Twitter. And I know oftentimes I say, a lot of people, I read my comments obviously, and people say, oh, just another crazy lefty. I don't subscribe to that. I know for a fact I have many people who not only lean left, but can be full-blown leftists and demi-socialists and not be idiots and not be censorious and not be crazy. So I think it's important to point out that, we're talking about a vocal minority here, But it's interesting that they always have the same thing to say. Block anybody who disagrees with me, silence anybody whom I disagree with, and censor and flag anybody who isn't following the status quo. Now, for such a bold revolutionary, I thought his meltdown this week, or in the last few hours since this video dropped, has been interesting. The fact that he literally flagged my video, even more interesting. The fact that he admitted to planning on doing it, laughable. So this is a man that publicly lists his work email in his Twitter profile, okay? Now, I'm going to share the conversation that led to this, and I'm going to try to avoid sharing any personal information. By the way, I have refuted that flag and will not be making changes to my original video because it is out in the public space. He woke up mentioning, well, my menchies. So many people are adding me. I would think that's the craziest thing. You say these things for likes and retweets. I don't understand why these people seem so angry all the time when they get extra attention on the things that they say. It's almost like he doesn't believe the things that he's saying, or that he's worried how they might be perceived, and he's not, in fact, the bold revolutionary he claims to be. He goes on to say, 11 minutes of me saying milkshaking bad people is good. I mean, at the very least, the profile pic makes you look good. Okay. And then 9volt. This guy's always, I don't know who he is. He has a lot of followers. Usually when the highest influx of bad arguments come in, this guy's usually involved. He loves his soy sauce, but weirdly, it didn't counteract. So I like that he's making jokes. And yeah, I admit the soy-infused thing is probably played out. So I think that's reasonable. But then we get to this. We're going to talk about Paul Watson, the social media manager, I assume, or guy in charge of Twitter for both Eurogame and EGX, because this is a very interesting exchange Paul will have, and I'll have more to share with you later at 4 o'clock about Paul's history and exactly what's going on with him at Eurogamer, because Eurogamer has already reached out to me about these comments. Kirk says, he also revealed my email address and gives me which gives me good grounds to get it taken down. Which is interesting. Why would you want to take down a video promoting the things that you are proud to say? I don't understand that. This is so weird to me. I mean, hopefully, in between everybody liking this video and sharing it, you could take just a minute to explain to me the logic here. You said these things publicly. I reported on them. What's the problem? All right. And then his supporters, Jackson, do it. Paul Watson, employee of Eurogamer, would be a shame if he suddenly had a bunch of strikes on his account. Now, of course, we will get to that. No, you publicly revealed your email in your bio, and taking down his video would be considered copyright abuse until you have an honest reason. You gave out your email publicly for people to contact you. That's not false, but yours. His video remains fair use. That's no one's fault but your own. Then he goes on to say, nah, he's directing people at my email with hopes of harassing me. As he states at the end of his video where he says, enjoy the backlash. No, I don't want anyone to contact this person. As I always say in every one of my videos, there's literally nothing to gain by contacting these people. They will only use it against me. They're not willing to have a conversation in good faith. I don't want to stoop to their level. It's interesting that his employees are reaching out to me to disavow and share interesting tales that I won't share with you publicly because I'm not a monster. But if I have to say it for the millionth time, no, don't contact these people. If you have a problem with what they say, you can, if you're going to interact with them, be polite. Don't send them any hate mail. If somebody's sending you anything, Kirk, it's not on my behalf. Maybe I don't know. Don't say things that are insightful online. I'm sorry, inciting bad behavior online. Don't call everybody who disagrees with you horrible names. You know, it's all public. It's all public. And of course, he is getting backlash. And, you know, I want to engage with you, Kirk. I want to have a conversation with you. But you are proudly uninterested in that. You are using blockchain now. Somebody showed you how to use blockchain. I've blocked 86. Imagine being proud of how many people you've blocked. Imagine that. It's interesting. I can tell the U.S. is up now because of the steady stream of Trump cartoon frogs and avatars to block. It's like a scene of Attack of the Clones. Well, I don't know. I'm surprised there's not more clowns, to be honest with you. But, you know, that's the story of Kirk McKeon, editor at VG 24/7. I assume they do endorse this. I am not saying to contact him, but it is public. And what I did was I'm going to dispute it, and I very strongly believe I will win. So enjoy the extra attention on your actions, Kirk. I believe strongly that you deserve the extra eyes on your very insightful thoughts. And I look forward to not reading your next article on your soon-to-be closed-down website, VG 24/7, as it goes the way of Waypoint and other video games websites. Have a great day, everybody.